Good evening, everybody, and welcome to SRN's coverage of the NoBull Motorsport DoYourPart.org Truck Series event here live at Talladega Motor Speedway. I'm your host tonight, Andy Kessler. Joining me, you'll be hearing a little bit of him here tonight. Then the production van down in the infield, Cisco Scaramuzza. Tonight, we are here at Talladega Motor Speedway. 3 weeks ago, we saw the Truck Series drivers put on one heck of a show right here live on SRN for the season finale where Sean Boundy, with the help of Nicholas Orth, got pushed to the lead and to the series championship. Can these guys back it up again tonight here at Talladega Super Speedway? A new format has been imposed tonight with knockout qualifying. 2 rounds of qualifying are going to be taking place here tonight. One of them is going on as we speak right now, an 8-minute segment. Go as fast as you can with as many drivers and push in as you possibly can. They're going to get able to reset, and the top 9 guys will then battle it out for the pole tonight here at Talladega. Joining me right now, Cisco down in the van. We're here at Talladega Super Speedway. Quite an interesting little twist we got going on here with qualifying tonight, and I think it's going to put on a heck of a show for everyone.
Oh, absolutely, Andy. We saw this in play already during the Cancer Freeze 200, and it gave us a great show. It put some interesting guys up front that we wouldn't normally see, and I don't think tonight's going to be any different. Great racing we've seen here at Talladega, especially during what I like to call the week of plate tracks. So we saw a lot of great racing then, and I'm positive we'll see some great racing here today.
No, you're absolutely right. Let's take a little look at some track facts here at Talladega Super Speedway here. Of course, it's the longest speedway that we will ever go to at NoBull or NASCAR or anybody goes to. A 2.66 mile oval. Kind of an interesting layout as far as where the start-finish line ends. And it's actually a little bit further down from the tri-oval. And because of that, it actually gives more space and more ability for the better of a chance, I should say, off of turn number 4 to actually sneak out a win off somebody, because typically the guy leading on the white flag lap is not the guy that ends up winning the race.
Absolutely. I mean, was Sean leading that last lap? I don't remember.
Absolutely not. He took the lead off of turn 4 and never looked back. But no, these guys put on a heck of a show at Talladega. It's always made some great racing for the Truck Series, especially. Now here tonight, of course, with the track facts, a lot of guys trying to join with some elite company, with Joel Eddick being a past winner here, Jay Adair, and of course Sean Bounty 3 weeks ago picking up the season finale win here at Talladega. So a lot of guys want to put their name in the record book also here for the NoBull Truck Series. Let's look at one other thing. Let's take a look at some keys to the race, Cisco. Some interesting pointers we like to point out that possibly could make or break someone's race here at Talladega. Number 1 is focus. You got to be focused from lap 1 to lap 75. You got to be able to hold your line. You got to stay on that guy's bumper in front of you. You got to be ready to make an evasive move if somebody gets out of shape, maybe gets into the wall. Focus is key here at Talladega. Getting on pit road, getting off pit road, making sure you're not speeding. If your crew's only calling for fuel, you got to make sure you know exactly what your crew's going to do, so you're ready to get after it, because you don't want to be left out here alone. The second thing is patience. Some of the guys are going to start in the middle of the pack. Some fast guys are. Some fast guys are going to end up in the back of the pack because of qualifying. What's going to affect that is you got to have patience these first half of the race or so. If you push the issue too early, you're going to cause yourself or someone else a major problem, and you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines early on.
Absolutely. We saw a little bit of that during Cancer Freeze once again, in that Jared Como and John Mustin Jr. Both had an incident at the beginning of the race and for some reason they couldn't get back on the track. We still weren't able to find out why, but that ended their day right there. So you got to make sure you're paying attention. You got to just be waiting there, because like they said, you got to have that patience on that last lap. You can make that pass for the lead.
Absolutely, and mistake-free is our last key to the race. When you're talking mistakes, you're talking pit road can be a killer. Getting on pit road when you're going 200 miles an hour, well, 185 in the trucks, you're going that fast to get woed up to 55 without spinning, without hitting the guy that you're coming down with, your partner, your dancing partner, if you want to call him that. A lot of things can go wrong, especially on pit road. So you definitely want to make sure that mistakes you don't want to cost you the race. Speeding on pit road's another one that comes to mind. Taking, sitting there waiting for that left side tires to go on when your crew said, no, we're only taking rights, and you're sitting there on pit road while everyone else is leaving, and you're being left out in a draft. So mistakes are key, but those are the keys of the race here tonight. For SRN, of course, we'd like to thank Nick Perry Music, nickperrymusic.com. You can like him on Facebook at Nick Perry Music on Facebook. Click the like button. Do us all a favor and thank him for coming on board here tonight to help sponsor this race. We're going to take a short, quick break right now. When we come back, we'll cover the second round of qualifying here. The top 9 drivers are getting set to go for that pole.
These are pictures of natural and man-made disasters in the past few years. Many of these people and their animals have not only lost everything, but are lost in the areas from devastation. The media is not as present as it used to be. The frequency of disasters escalates through the world. Until these slow-recovering areas can be rebuilt, people will be reliant on our ability to supply their needs. DoYourPart.org is a disaster response organization dedicated to assisting people and animals in times of distress. Our volunteers reach out to support most, the vulnerable, underserved, underinsured, or without insurance. DoYourPart.org strives to bring these amazing survivors back to sustainability and keep their hopes and dreams alive. However, we cannot help these people alone. We can help a little more if you help do your part. See how you can help. Visit our website and donate now. DoYourPart.org.
And we're back here live, SRN's coverage of the NoBull Motorsport DoYourPart.org Truck Series. Second round of qualifying is getting set. Some guys already heading out on the track and trying to knock off some big laps here. Rodney Kramer, Chris Hurlow, Matt Welzenbach, Nick Orr, Douglas Beer, Chris Scala, Kleber Gomes, Brian Terry, and Sean Bounty are going to be the ones that are going to participate here in this second round of qualifying. Some fast times have been put up on that board in that first round there, Cisco. 51.936 by Rodney Kramer. He's going to be one to watch here tonight.
Absolutely, Andy. You have to remember, though, this is Talladega, the home of the pack. Yes, we do see a little bit of tandem, but you have to remember these trucks still get kind of grouped together, so I don't think qualifying speed's definitely going to get you up near the top of that pack, but it's going to be who can hold their line and keep their truck from not overheating too much to win the race today.
Absolutely, that's going to be a real key there. You're going to see some pack racing here tonight. For that very reason, you're going to see a lot of switching in the corners, especially into 1 and into turn number 3. You're going to see some guys switching. You're going to see a lot of lead changes. That's typically what happens here in the Truck Series. So far, nobody in the second round, or about 2 minutes into the second round of qualifying, has not been able to knock Rodney Kramer off the pole so far. Christopher Hurlow, of course, gave him that big push to put those guys up there in that first round. Looks like a couple guys right now, though, on that outside line off of turn number 2. Looks like they're trying to get something done right now. That looks like the 08 and the 8. Douglas Beard and Chris Scala trying to get something done here and get themselves bumped up a few more spots here before this one's over.
Absolutely. Yeah, a couple things that I'm looking forward to the race. Number one, kind of hoping we don't have a repeat of the exiting facilities that a couple of the national cars took.
Yeah, over the fence. Yeah.
Oh yeah, about 3 weeks ago. But also, I'm looking forward to seeing what the new tire model is with these trucks, because I mean, we're still kind of learning the ins and outs, and iRacing had yet another update on Monday, which gave us some new setups and some new things to play with. So it'll be interesting to see if these things handle any differently.
Well, it definitely will be, and I've already noticed so far today in practice, or tonight in practice, I should say, and so far in these qualifying, that it seems that the trucks seem pretty stable. It seems like these guys are able to hold on that yellow line. Of course, that's another key we didn't really mention. You really want to hold that bottom line. The guys on the outside can get a run, but typically it takes about a lap for them to really get that run to maybe clear those top guys. So they got to really time it right, otherwise that truck will overheat and overheat really quickly. And when it does, that's pretty much the end of your night.
Absolutely, and you talked about holding that bottom line, but also you got to remember for those trucks up on top, as we see Nick Orth and Sean Boundy doing just there, you got to remember to just hold your line. You saw a little bit last night in the Cup Series. We didn't see it here on SRN, but last night the Cup Series was over at Daytona, and one of the big problems there was just cars just jumping out of line and kind of getting, I don't know, loose behind whatever car they were pushing. So I don't know if that'll carry over the trucks tonight, but you got to remember, hold that line so you don't end up wrecking everyone around you.
No, you're absolutely right. And that comes with the focus, the patience. It all comes together all in one package, really. It does here at Talladega. And it looks like Sean Bounty and Nicholas Orth really tried hard there to get that pole away from those guys. Missed it not by much there. About got about 5/100ths of a second from getting the pole away from those guys. So it looks like these guys are about to wrap it up here for their qualifying. We're going to step aside for a moment, run some quick commercials, and we'll be back right after this with our starting grid and the national anthem. So you're listening to NoBull Motorsport, the DoYourPart.org truck series right here on SRN.
These are pictures of natural and man-made disasters in the past few years. Many of these people and their animals have not only lost everything, but are lost in the areas from devastation. The media is not as present as it used to be. The frequency of disasters escalates through the world. Until these slow-recovering areas can be rebuilt, people will be reliant on our ability to supply their needs. DoYourPart.org is a disaster response organization dedicated to assisting people and animals in times of distress. Our volunteers reach out to support most, the vulnerable, underserved, underinsured, or without insurance. DoYourPart.org strives to bring these amazing survivors back to sustainability and keep their hopes and dreams alive. However, we cannot help these people alone. We can help a little more if you help do your part. See how you can help. Visit our website and donate now. DoYourPart.org.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Talladega Super Speedway. I'm Andy Kessler, your host. Joining me tonight from the production van, I'm kind of alone up here in the booth. Ben Kilcrease, of course, my usual partner in crime. He will be not able to make it. Hopefully, we'll see him next week. Had some issues down at the homestead, so he was unable to make it with us here tonight. So we'll do the best that we can. It's some big shoes to fill there, Cisco.
Yeah, I'm kind of intimidated about doing this. I haven't really done anything like this before, so it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's not my first rodeo, but typically Ben usually leads the way, and I just kind of follow in along behind him. But we'll give it our best shot, and looking forward to this race here tonight. Qualifying is all done. Rodney Kramer picks up the pole, but we'll run you through the starting grid here momentarily. But first, let's send it trackside right now for tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Crank 'em up. Fired up, Hollywood. Fired up. Crank it up. Crank it up. Fired up. Okay, we time for this.
Here we are, the field's set to go here at Talladega Super Speedway, I should say, not Motor Speedway. 75 laps is going to make up the event here tonight for the DoYourPart.org Truck Series race presented by NickPerryMusic.com. Starting on the pole tonight in the number 6 with a time of a 51.936. It's Rodney Kramer. And to his outside in the 87, Christopher Herlow. Starting third in the number 24 is Sean Bounty, and to his outside in the 27 is Nicholas Orth.
Starting fifth in the number 29, it's Matthew Welsenbeck, and to his outside in the number 08, it's Douglas Beard.
Starting seventh in the number 8 is Chris Scala, and to his outside of row number 4 and in the 80, Kleber goes.
Starting behind them in the number 92, it's Brian Terry, and starting alongside him, it's Dave Camara.
Starting 11th in the number 88 is Stephen Conway, and to his outside in the 51, Nathan Shiflett.
Let the field get sorted out here. Starting behind them in the 23, it's Landon Loper. And alongside him, it's going to be the 51 of Nathan Shiflett.
Starting in the 15th spot in the 44 is Brock Hopkins, in the outside of him in the 79, it's Stefan Burnell. Rolling off 17th will be the number 95 of Roy Carpenter. 18th will be Chris Willard. Starting 19th in the 67 will be John Muschin Jr. Rick Donovan will start 20th. 21st will be William Hartman. Peter Canal is going to start 22nd. 23rd will be Doug Blackman. Brian Neff, Michael Renabu, Mylan Lacey, and Julio Terzado will make it to the field here tonight for the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. Pace car lights are off, looking to the infield, or I should say pit road. Coming down, 27 of the best truck drivers in NoBull are set to get the race underway. Right now is probably the most anticipated time of the race, with that start-finish line being so far down, waiting and waiting for that green flag to fly. There it is. We're racing at Talladega Superspeedway. Takes about a lap, maybe 2 laps for these guys to really get hooked up and get the speed going. Right now, Rodney Kramer, with a little help from Sean Bounty, are going to push their way towards the front. It looks like Bounty's going to drop to the inside and pick up a partner, Matthew Welsenbeck. Kramer, he's looking for Chris Hurlow on the outside. They're side by side heading into turn 3.
Here they come into turn 3. That bottom line's getting kind of stacked up there. Brian Terry floated up the track a little bit. I don't think he made contact with Douglas Beard, but as we come out of 4, it's going to be close here. It's going to be a drag race between those pairs. Matthew Welsenbach, Sean Boundy, and the 6 and 87. Who's going to lead that first lap? Give it to Kramer.
Rodney Kramer, with the help of Chris Hurlow, is going to lead lap 1. They're going to now drop in, it looks like, to the bottom. At least Hurlow does. He's going to leave Kramer on the outside. Not sure they needed to switch that early. Kramer going to be left to the high side unless Hurlow can sweep up and get him. It doesn't look like he's going to right now. Hurlow, thinking of himself at the moment. He's heading for the lead. He's got help from Bounty. Now Chris Scala is going to help the 6 on the high side.
Here they come into 3. Hurlow still leading that train on the bottom. Boundy, Welsenbach, Terry. Meanwhile on the outside, Scala trying to get Kramer back up there, but he's going to need a little more help if he's going to do that.
Here he comes now with a big push right now. Chris Scala trying to push the 6 truck back to the front. Kind of washes up to the high side. Does Kramer. He's going to fall back now. And Scala, he's going to get some help from Conway. Conway now at middle lane. They're 3 wide up front. 3 wide right now. Kramer on the high side, trapped all alone as the field now rumbles by.
The 88 jumped to the inside there. That's Stephen Conway. Guess he didn't want to help out Scala as they come out of 2. Meanwhile, Hurlow that train the inside, but now it's Scala trying to get organized up on the top. I think that's Nicholas Orth up there alongside Douglas Beard as they head into 3. Maybe they can get a run on these leaders.
Well, the run might happen in a lap or 2 now as they fall back. They've fallen back all the way to 5th place. Now Brian Terry on the inside as Chris Scala's on the outside with Nicholas Orth. Now they're getting a push as the top 4 now nose to tail. Here goes Welsenbeck. He drops out to the outside. Here comes now dropping to the outside is Bounty now. Welsenbeck's going to pick up Bounty on the high side. Now Hurlow, he's going to have Conway with the push. They're side by side for the lead into 1.
Here comes Orth. It looks like he left Scala up to dry to push his teammate Welsenbach and Bounty to the lead. Here we go. Scala going to drop in behind Orth now as we have a train of 4. Oh, a couple trucks getting a little loose back there, but everything's okay as we head back down the racetrack.
Some great racing early on here as we're working lap number 4 here, side by side, 2 by 2 for the lead. Top 4 guys doing their magic. Here comes Terry now on the bottom side. He gets a little bit of a run. He's going to come up to the inside of Welsenbach. That's for the 5th position. Excuse me, 4th position. Terry has the 5th position, trying to get it away from Welsenbach.
Here they come to the stripe now. It's still Hurlow out in front with Conway giving them some push. In the meantime, the Jaeger boys of Welsenbach and Orth are pushing that doyourpart.org truck of Sean Boundy. They're trying to get back up there. Boundy, is he going to drop in here? He has the room to. Nah, not this time. He's going to stick up with his, I guess, organization teammates. Meanwhile, Landon Loper up there jumps to the high side. See if he can help out the Jaeger boys.
Yeah, now you got a train of 4 on the outside trying to make things happen. That top line gets a good run, then they get stalled out. On the bottom, here's Herlo. Herlo with the help from Conway. They pulled out to about a 2, maybe 1 truck length lead now over Brian Terry. Terry now making his way up to 3rd place, but here comes Bounty on the high side. He's going to contest that position as they head to the stripe. Back into turn number 1 they go. Here they go. Bounty now with a huge push from Welsenbach. Now they're making up ground. They're going for the lead into 1.
Huge push from that 29 truck. Looks like he's left his teammate in the dust. Boundy wants that lead as they come out of 2. Conway's still giving Herlo a massive push, but here comes Terry on the inside with the rest of the train. Meanwhile, on the outside, Orth's trying to get a train of his own with Rick Donathan and John Mustian. See if they can get something working as we come back into 3.
Yeah, it looks like Rick Donathan's trying to get something going with Nicholas Orth. Kind of battering back and forth of words there in a fun way down in the Dash Series this past Sunday, but here they are finding themselves working each other. But now the battle for the lead has really heated up as Welsenbach now pushed Bounty way out to the lead. Now he's going to lead that lap here this time by, but will that be enough to get him cleared? Herlo still on the inside of Welsenbach. Now it looks like they have room if they want to drop. No, the door's going to be shut by Welsenbach. That means Bounty and Welsenbach still have to stay up that high side as Herlo and Conway now make another run off of turn number 2.
I am completely befuddled on how Welsenbach and Conway have not both blown their engine. They've been stuck behind those cars like glue basically since the drop of the green flag. Oh, nope, we're still
trouble behind. Looks like able to keep it straight. Looks like the 95 got loose there going into turn number 3. We stay green. The battle for the lead, though, still heating up as the whole top 12 guys are side by side with Bounty now with a half a truck length lead. Going to the stripe. Can he lead this lap? It looks like he's going to. Welsenbach able to keep him out front and lead another lap here, Dig.
Bounty got him with the help from Welsenbach. Now here comes Orth, Donathan, Mustian up on that high side. They've got the 59 with them. They're going to try and make a charge here and maybe try and clear Herlo here. Welsenbach's been looking down trying to do it, but with a little bit of help, they might be able to do it now here as they come down the backstretch. Conway still giving Herlo a huge push as they go into 3.
He is giving him a huge push. Looks like he's ducking out just enough down the straightaways to give himself some breathing room as the field gets stacked up just a little bit. Mustian Jr. and Rick Donovan kind of get bottlenecked there. Able to keep it straight, able to keep the trucks in line. Here we go for the lead now. Herlo back with the truck length lead now over Bounty. A wicked push by the 88 this time. Conway trying to clear that top line there of Sean Bounty and Welsenbach, but they're still not going to do it. It's still side by side for the lead, the top 4.
These 4 guys all want the lead, or at least their partner to go get the lead. Meanwhile, it looks like Terry and Orth are just kind of having a race of their own in the back of the pack with each having their respective line. They're able to clear it. Welsenbach gave Bounty a huge push going out too, and they were just able to clear it, so mission accomplished for those 2. Now all they have to do, at least for now, is stick to that bottom line.
Only took about 5 laps for him to get the job done, but Bounty and Welsenbach, now they're able to separate a little bit, let that truck of the 29 to get us some breathing room right there. Now Herlo's going to look to the outside. Right now he has no help. Conway still on the bottom side. He's got a push from Terry. Does Conway go up and help Herlo, or does he stay to the bottom? Looks like he's going to stay to the bottom, but here comes Terry. Now he's got a decision to make. Does he help Herlo, or does he send him out to dry? Terry now to the high side. He's going to help him. They're going to lag back just a bit right now. Now they're going to look 3 wide in the corner. Here comes on the outside.
Oh boy.
Douglas Beard and the 59 of Willard on the outside.
Here they
power move. They backed off just a bit. Thank goodness. Here comes Herlo though with the help from Terry. Now they're going to try the high side.
Here they come into 3. Herlo and Terry. Terry's been leading that at the second pack for a little while there. He says, "Come on, man. I want to get second place here." Meanwhile, Here comes Beard. He really wants to pass both these guys. Is he going to do it? Look at the inside of that top train now. Yeah, they're going to make it 3. Ooh! Bouncing around a little bit. He got into the 92 and the 24. That's going to break him up, but go figure. Douglas Beard to the lead.
Douglas Beard with the help of Willard made it 3 wide. Now they're going to the lead. Looks like the bottom line of Bounty and Welsenbach let off just a bit. Said, hey, too early for this right now, but here's Douglas Beard with the help of Willard. They pulled out to about a 3-4 truck length lead now down the backstretch. Willard ducks the truck out to get a breath of fresh air to that front end. Now here they go. Now here comes the pack now to kind of catch back up to these guys. They're going to stick back nose to tail, still the lead, about a 3 truck length lead. They're side by side for third. That's Bounty and Herlo off of turn number 4.
It's interesting. Those 8 or 80 trucks were working together earlier, but now Scala's back in the midst of the pack. Meanwhile, Beard must have decided, you know what, Willard, let's do this. Let's lead this thing. So here they come into 1. Ooh, Herlo's gonna try for the outside with Terry. Yeah, Terry's gonna go with them. We'll see if they can get a push as they come out of 2 here. Nope, they're gonna duck back in line as they come out of 2.
Dunk back in line, the top 10 now single file. Top 10 also, or excuse me, top 12 all within a second here at Talladega. Right now the first side-by-side battle's way back for 10th. That's Orth and Donovan right now, but we got a lap car way on the high side. Hopefully he stays there. That's Roy Carpenter. He's on the high side as the field single file now comes through. They're going to be 3 wide here in a moment when Rick Donovan comes up to the pack, but still a single train here down the straight. Now, whoa, look like the 29 is going for the lead.
Here he comes. He decided, wow. Okay, I guess you can't trust your partners. That's Willard on the outside trying to do this all on his own. No help. I don't think he's going to do it unless he gets some help from someone. Meanwhile, here comes Donathan and Mustian. They've got a huge head of steam as they come in at 2.
Yeah, Donathan with a big push from Mustian right now. As it's now 3 wide for the lead up right in front of these guys. Something's got to give right here. We're going to have a problem. Donathan right into the back of the 08 of Douglas Beard. Gives him a wicked shot. Now that leaves Willard to the high side to be by himself. Mustian trying to catch back up to the bumper. And now here's Donathan. He's going to get
they're 4 wide.
They're still 3 wide and a little trade and paint back there as Herlo, with the help of Brian Terry, are trying to push their lead out.
Wow. This is getting dicey. It went 4 wide there for about 2 seconds back in the middle of that pack. Just guys trying to get organized here. May those trucks that have been pushing those trucks to the front earlier maybe lost a little bit of speed there. Need to fall back, try and work their way back up to the top, get those things cooled down. Oh, here we go again. Donathan and Mustian on the outside. Can they get a run here?
3 wide, unbelievable moves by these guys, able to hang on to them. The patience, even though we're 3 wide, the patience has been great here so far in the early going. Terry's been able to back off of the back bumper of Herlo for the time being, as the guys right behind him aren't really sucked up to each other now. But here comes on the outside run the 08 of Douglas Beard. He's getting some help from the 88 of Conway. They got a head of steam as they head to the stripe. They're trying to take third away from Bounty.
And he's going to do it by about a fender. He beats him to the line here. That's going to put Beard in third. If Conway can clear him, that'll put him in fourth, and that'll leave Bounty and Welsenbach 5th and 6th there. In the meantime, there's a little bit of a duo going on behind them of Scala and Loper trying to get together here. Maybe they'll try and make a run at the lead.
Oh, we're looking 3 wide. Oh, we got trouble. Trouble on the backstretch. Bounty and Terry, it looks like they were trying, the bottom line was wide open.
We're still green.
And they're still green at the moment.
Bounty still gets some engine under that truck, but that is huge for the defending DoYourPart.org Truck Series champion.
Defending race winner, defending champion, having some issues right there, trying to force the issue early, 15 laps into this event. Now we're going to have a little shake-up. Going to have to come down pit road. Those guys are. Hopefully maybe now, even if they're not too mad at each other, they can help each other to try to stay on the lead lap here, but as of right now, we got a battle for the lead as Herlo on the outside. He's getting a huge push. That's a push from the 29 of Welsenbach. Welsenbach and Herlo lost their partner. They decided, let's hook up now. Here they
Oh,
are. Put them back to the lead.
Man, that was close. Welsenbach barely got in front of Beard before climbing down the inside. That's going to put Herlo and Welsenbach. They were riding in a little bit towards 6th area, and now they're back leading this race. Oh, Beard going to get a little loose behind Welsenbach, but for the most part, those top 4 are going to stay in line. Here's the lap car of Brian Terry. They pass him on the apron. So that's going to put our top 4 in single line. That's going to put the 6 behind them in a single line. And first cars on the outside, that's Donathan and Mustian. Here we go. Chris Scala now going to dive the outside. No, he's going to tuck back in. They're looking to make some moves early here.
They are. Here comes Scala, though, and Lope. They're trying to catch.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, we got big trouble.
Mustian.
Rick Donathan all involved there in turn number 3. Caution on the speedway for the first time tonight here on lap number 17.
And we'll take a look at the replay really quick here. It looked like, from my eyes there, Mustian just got into the side. Oh, we'll need to do it again. There we go. It looked like Mustian just, I don't know, got hit from behind or something, but he just turned dead left. Yeah, he turned left and got into Willard, Donathan. 25's involved. Oof, nasty accident here. But that's a big break for both Brian Terry and Sean Boundy here as we head back to the lead pack here.
Yeah, that is a huge break for those two guys as the field catches a pace car. It looks like they're trying to catch a pace car here in turn number 3, but yeah, that's a huge break for those guys. They just came down pit road. They'll be able, one of them should get their wave around here, but that'll allow, actually it looks like Bounty was able to stay on the lead lap, so Brian Terry will get the wave around, so that'll put him back on the lead lap. So yeah, huge break for those guys right there.
Alright, we'll see if we have any takers. May try to get off strategy a little bit, mix some stuff up. Or is everyone, it's Herlo's looking, yep, here they all come. Your leaders heading down pit road. Chris Scala electing to stay out. And a couple other trucks in the meantime. Everyone heading down pit road. May just for some gas. No, the 87 looks like he's going to take 4. Oh, Julio Cesaro. Did he take gas only or 2 there?
It looks like a little bit of strategy on pit road by a couple of these guys wanting to get a track position. Fantastic run by the trucks here. Good solid 18 laps here to open the race up. So fantastic job by all these guys here. Great racing we've seen so far. Some great battles for the lead. But let's take a short, quick break. You're watching the NoBull Motorsport Do Your Part.org Truck Series presented by NickPerryMusic.com right here on SRN.
He takes the lead, but now Wyatt Wolf's to the inside. He pushes up a little bit. They're side by side. Elliott with the lead off of turn 2. And then off of turn 4. Dave Elliott, are you kidding me? He wins here in Charlotte. You know, I taught Tinny. God, my goodness. Taught Tinny.
You all right, man?
I'm done.
I think he taught
Kenny Baum Jr. Oh, dear.
These are pictures of natural and man-made disasters in the past few years. Many of these people and their animals have not only lost everything, but are lost in the areas from devastation. The media is not as present as it used to be. The frequency of disasters escalates through the world. Until these slow-recovering areas can be rebuilt, people will be reliant on our ability to supply their needs. DoYourPart.org is a disaster response organization dedicated to assisting people and animals in times of distress. Our volunteers reach out to support most, the vulnerable, underserved, underinsured, or without insurance. DoYourPart.org strives to bring these amazing survivors back to sustainability and keep their hopes and dreams alive. However, we cannot help these people alone. We can help a little more if you help do your part. See how you can help. Visit our website and donate now. DoYourPart.org.
We're back here at Talladega Super Speedway, working lap number 20 to DoYourPart.org Truck Series for NoBull Motorsport, presented by NickPerryMusic.com. Remember, go to Facebook /NickPerryMusic. That's Perri. Give them a like. Tell them you appreciate them putting up the broadcast for this race here tonight. A little bit of strategy going on pit road. Matt Welzenbach is going to come out as your leader. Stephen Conway is going to be second. Let's take a moment, and while we got the chance, let's see if we cannot talk to our current leader right now. Let's see if we can dial him up right now. That's the number
that thing
29
working?
of Matt Welzenbach. Matt, this is Andy in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Well, I'm in some fun racing, some interesting racing. You and Sean Bounty kind of hooked up that first part of the race. You kind of lost your dancing partner, so did Chris Hurlow. You guys decided to work with each other. You're able to push him back up to lead. That truck's looking pretty stout here tonight.
Yeah, you know, this Jaeger Racing Do Your Part Chevy Silverado is doing pretty good. I did lose my partner there for a bit, but luckily, you know, the caution came out, and obviously it's good for him to get back up into this race. But now I'm in the front, and we'll see how long we can stay out here.
A little bit of pit strategy to get yourself up front to get that track position. How are the tires holding up with this new build here tonight?
Oh, the tires are holding up fantastic. You know, I figured since it's caution, might as well take at least 2 right sides, and seemed to pay off because, you know, moved me from second to first. I leapfrogged, so, you know, in a good position.
There you go. Well, looking pretty stout there tonight, Matt, and good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Thank you, sir. I hope to be there.
There you go. That's Matt Welzenbach, driver of the number 29, DoYourPart.org. Chevy Silverado, having himself a fantastic first part of this race as we're working lap number 21. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get set to go green. Let the field stack up here. We'll run you through the top 10 right now as they sit. Matt Welzenbach, your leader. Stephen Conway is going to restart second. Cleaver Gomes in number 80 is going to start third. Fourth to Christopher Hurlow. Nicholas Orth is going to restart fifth. Landon Loper is going to start 6th, 7th to John Mushton Jr. Brock Hopkins is going to restart 8th. Stefan Burnell is going to restart 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Peter Canal. Couple guys we haven't really talked about so far in this race: Nathan Shiflett, Zach Kreiser, Mylan Lacey. Those guys kind of running in the back, kind of biding their time here. I see them right now about around the top 15 right now, getting ready to maybe get the push they need to head to the front. When we get the green flag, we will be completing 21 laps. That's going to leave us 54 laps to go here at Talladega. At least one more pit stop these guys are going to have to make before this one is over.
Speaking of pit stops, I don't know if you saw or not, but Douglas Beard, who was on the lead lap, came in with 2 to go, maybe to top off or something, or maybe to go find some help in the back of the pack. Not really sure what the strategy was there. So that'll be interesting to see here. Of course, lights are off on the iRacing Ford Mustang pace car as it's getting ready to make that left turn back down pit road. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Matt Welzenbach and Stephen Conway are going to lead the field here to the green. Of course, once again, start-finish line is at the end of the tri-oval. So just a little bit of impatience on these drivers' minds, I'm sure. As here we go. We're back racing here at Talladega. Conway gets a huge restart here on his own. Welzenbach maybe spun the tires a little bit there, but Conway going to get out to an early lead, drop down in front of Welzenbach. Welzenbach's going to push him here. Herlo, meanwhile, on the outside, trying to get some help from Landon Loper and Chris Gall and Nick Orth on that bottom side, trying to get hooked up here. So they're getting back up to speed here as the pack quickly catches back up to them. Meanwhile, Douglas Beard, although I just noticed in the back, Douglas Beard and Chris Gall just hooked up in the back. I guess they were trying to find each other. That's why he went down pit road.
Makes sense for teammates to try to find each other, especially at this point of the race. Stephen Conway, though, with a pretty sizable lead for Talladega, if you want to call it that, as they exit turn number 4 here. He's got a huge push from Matthew Welzenbach. He's been just a fantastic pusher these first 22 laps here tonight. He's pushed everyone he's been in behind to the lead, and this is no exception. Stephen Conway, he's going to lead a lap here at Talladega, as now Herlo and Loper still trying to get wound up here on that outside line and try to give it a run for the lead.
Meanwhile, that inside line starting to form down there. You have the number 80 truck there. You got, is that Stefan Brunel down there, John Mustian, William Hartman, a lot of good trucks down there that we haven't really talked about much today. Trying to get formed up, maybe take their own run at the lead.
Well, I'm watching 2 trucks right now as they come way back around that 10th, 11th spot there. Mylan Lacey just gave a huge push to Sean Bounty, but then he real quickly there just let him go. So that was kind of an odd situation right there, and that kind of slowed the progress up just a bit right there. But here we go for lead. Herlo, he's looking pretty stout on the outside with Landon Loper giving him the push, but still Conway hanging tough on the inside. They're side by side off of turn number 2.
Here they come down the backstretch. Herlo's now got some more help. He's got Loper. He's got Hopkins. He's got Kreiser. Oh, here we go. Loper gonna dive to the down of the inside, leave Herlo out to dry. He's gonna pick up the rest of the line that was up there, but Loper says, nope, I'm leading this thing.
Loper wanted the lead. Here he is off of turn number 4. Loper got out in front of Conway. Conway now giving him a huge push. Welzenbach kind of falling back just a bit. Here comes Herlo now with his new partner, Hopkins. Hopkins on the outside trying to give Herlo a push. Give this lap to Loper. Loper now leads the lap. Look who's up there in 6th, 7th spot now. Here comes Shiflett and Kreiser. They've hooked up now, and now they've made their way to the front of the pack right now on the high side, trying to get that high line going. Hopkins still having trouble, looks like, getting to the back bumper of Herlo to give them that push that they need. Bottom line now, stretching it out. Now it's 5th place is the battle, and they're side by side as they head back to 3.
Some great racing we're seeing already with a little less urgency than last time. I think that first caution may have calmed these guys down a little bit. So we take a look at our wide shot here. These trucks are all still sort of in a pack, even though they're kind of tandeming out. Meanwhile, Matthew Welzenbach kind of out on his own there. Maybe looking for his partner, Sean Bounty. He's back there a little ways. Rick Donathan, meanwhile, on the outside with Zach Kreiser and Nathan Shiflett. They're trying to hook up with Herlo there, maybe get him back to the front.
Now look at Conway, though, giving Loper the push right now through turn 1 and 2. They've stretched out a huge lead, almost half a second now in the field, which is almost unheard of at Talladega. But here they are. It looks like Conway is just sucked up to that back bumper, and he can't even get away. Oh, no, we got trouble behind. Check it out.
Oh, Lacey.
Now Lacey's turning sideways. He's going down to the inside wall. We stay green for the moment.
Having a little trouble finding them. That's Lacey, and that's Michael Reen in the 49. So we stay green here, but they kept it on the inside. Nothing blocking the track. Let's keep it green. Why not?
Here we go on the outside, looking for that 3rd spot. It's Nathan Shiflett and Zachary Kreiser. They're making a huge push on the outside line, trying to not let them top 2 guys get too far away. Here they are in turn 1 and 2, side by side for 3rd. You got Herlo and Hopkins on the bottom, Shiflett and Kreiser on the top side. The bottom line now with the run. Here comes Kreiser. He's trying to give Nathan Shiflett the push. They're getting it. They're trying to get it. Can they get it? As they go to turn number 3, they're side by side for 5th.
Here's we come in the 3. I apologize. 49 is Renabu. I'm sorry about that. Here we go again. Herlo gonna suck up to the back bumper of Conway here. He's gonna look to the outside. Maybe see if he can get any help. Nope, he's gonna duck it back in for another lap. No, he's going back up to the top side. I think he's trying to see who's going with him. Here comes Hopkins in the 44. He's gonna help him out a little bit as we head into 1. Herlo looking strong already. As we head through 2. Loper still in control, but here comes Herlo the outside alongside or behind him Hopkins. He's going to try and push him to the lead. In the meantime, hello Nathan Shiflett. Where did you come from? He's made up to 5th with Kreiser pushing him. As Herlo's going to battle for the lead, but now Kreiser's getting wound up, getting ready to give Shiflett maybe a bit of a push here, get him up there. But Herlo still on that outside with Hopkins, trying to make it work, trying to get past him. I don't know.
Loper's got a 1 truck length lead right now as they head to the stripe. Bottom side has gotten split up just a bit. Conway was doing all that pushing for about 2 or 3 laps. He had to separate, get some fresh air to the nose of that truck. That's allowed the top side of Hopkins and Herlo now to pull even with him right now. Herlo, he's got the advantage right now, but his partner has not cleared him on the high side. Now here they go with a big run. Kreiser gets washed down to the bottom. Now here goes the 88. Conway, he's going to leave his partner. The guy he's been pushing, now he's dropped up way to the high side. He's going to drop down and below. He's going to be the 3rd place. Now Loper, he's fallen in line in the 4th.
Maybe that was a bit of a switch there. Switch those trucks around, get some clean air to that 88 if he can get back out front. In the meantime, here comes Shiflett with Kreiser on the outside. Gonna try and make some work here. In the meantime, Walzenbach's hooked up with that 80 truck of Kleber Gomes. They're gonna try and make their run up to the top. Meanwhile, we're 3 wide up in that lead pack. Loper, that sandwich, he's got no help. Neither does Herlo.
No help for either of those 2 guys. Here comes Kreiser with a huge push to Shiflett. Loper able to drop behind the 87. Going to lose some momentum now as here comes Kreiser and Shiflett. That tandem is trying to get clear of them. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Herlo able to hang tough on that bottom line with the help from Loper. They're not going to allow him to drop down below. Here Hopkins now to the lead. He's got the lead. Now he's got Conway giving him a push. Conway been a strong truck all night when he's been pushing the car in front, or the truck in front of him, I should say. And here they are again with about a 6 truck length lead now for the lead. Conway, huge push over there to Hopkins. Hopkins going to lead this time.
Conway just looks like if he can get behind a truck, he can just push that thing out to a huge lead. But now it looks like maybe he used it up a little bit, because here comes that pack. Herlo and Loper, Shiflett and Kreiser, Donathan and Mustian, and Walzenbach and Gomes. This is your lead pack.
10 trucks have kind of separated themselves by almost a 2.5 seconds from 11th place. 11th right now is Nicholas Orth. He lost that lead pack draft as they go around a lap car right there in turn number 3.
Here we go. Herlo, Loper gonna try and make it work here. Shiflett lost touch with Kreiser a little bit there. He's probably gonna fall back, try and catch him up here. In the meantime, Donathan and Mustian. Oh, Donathan gets turned by Mustian. They're wrecking. Walzenbach up into the wall. Comes back down. No one hits him. We're still green here. Mustian in the wall. Walzenbach gonna keep it on the apron. Yep, we're gonna stay green once again.
Unbelievable that we stayed green for that. Hopkins still with the lead now. We got a 6-truck battle for the lead right now. Shiflett gets a little squirrely on the backstretch as he gets into the back bumper of Loper. Really climbing on the back bumper of him right now. I'm not so sure. Maybe Loper cut him off there, but a great battle up front right now as the top 2, Hopkins and Conway, are actually pulling away again as Herlo's trying to find his bearings with Loper, as now Shiflett's falling back to Kreiser. See if they can not get another run.
And meanwhile, Chris Scala, or no, that's Kleber Gomes up there. He's got no help. He's just trying to keep up with that lead draft there. The next kind of group is Orth and Bounty back there, but they're a little ways back. So it's really just these top guys right now as we are in the middle of lap 33 here at Talladega Superspeedway.
Got a car coming back on track right now. That's a 95 of Roy Carpenter. He's going to get himself back in to the race here. However, he's 1 lap down now as they run, but here comes, as we look back at our top 6 right now, here comes Kreiser and Shiflett trying to make another run up towards the front here. Don't want to let these guys get too far away, especially if we end up with green flag stops. You want to make sure you're close as you can to them, because pit stops are going to be here. No, here comes Herlo and Loper now. They move to the outside lane. Now Conway, he's gotten right on the back bumper of Hopkins. Now it's a drag race to the start-finish line. Hopkins, he's going to lead this lap. Herlo, a very, very close second, 13 1/1000ths of a second.
It doesn't get much closer than that, but it can happen because we're at Talladega. Herlo on the outside, Hopkins on the inside. They've got help. Hopkins, he's got Conway. Herlo's got Loper. Meanwhile, I think Shiflett and Kreiser are just waiting for these two guys to burn up their stuff so they'll come flying through the pack. Herlo's still...
They're saving their stuff right now. That's all they're doing. Able to stay with the draft, stay with this pack. They know, and we've seen it, that they can make any run they want at any point that they want. So right now, top 4, single file up.
Oh, not anymore.
Now here comes Herlo and Loper back to the outside, trying to take that lead away from Hopkins.
We know Loper and Conway were a fast combo. They pulled out a huge gap on the field earlier. But right now they're split up, each helping the other driver. Do you think those two might be thinking about maybe working together at some point?
I don't know. It's almost one of them things. You got to go with the guy that you're with at that moment. You don't want to start switching up partners right in the middle of a run like this unless you have to, unless you lose somebody. Lap car now on the high side. That's Welzenbach. Mike doesn't look like he's gonna play a factor in this one. They'll go 3 wide for a moment, but there goes the top pack, top 6 guys now around the lap car of Welzenbach. That's gonna put him down. Looks like maybe 2 laps here in this one, but here comes Herlo and Loper on the high side trying to get that lead back.
But Hopkins and Conway are still there. Conway has shown he is a very strong pusher. And he has just kept Hopkins up at that lead. Loper trying everything he can to get Herlo the lead. And Shiflett and Kreiser just sitting here like, yeah, you guys go ahead. We're in no rush.
Yeah, go ahead. Wear out your stuff. Wear out your motors. Get them nice and hot so when the time comes and they want to get a push, these guys have nothing for them and just don't have the horsepower to get anything done. Conway, though, has showed as he backs off the back bumper of Hopkins right now to get some fresh air to the nose of that truck. He's shown all night long that he can push. He's able to duck out on the straightaways, get a little bit of speed or get a little bit of air to that front end and still not lose that much speed, and able to stay back there. They haven't had to switch yet, but here comes Herlo now on the outside. Ooh, that one's going to be even closer there. 1/1000th of a second right there that Herlo actually led that lap. Can you believe it?
Do we measure further than thousands? Do we do 10,000s?
But it looks like we might have to before this one's over.
Alright, well, we said they're waiting, and it looks like they're done waiting now. Here comes Shiflett and Kreiser. They look mainly inside, and they're now the outside. They're looking for maybe try and mix things up here. I guess they said, alright, we're sick and tired of waiting back here. We're going to try and maybe lead this thing. Oh, no. Kreiser looking the inside. Does he? Oh, I thought he ditched him.
Those 2 guys will not leave each other this whole race. I can guarantee you that unless somebody crashes. Now Herlo, he takes the lead. Him and Loper are able to cure Hopkins and Conway. Now that leaves the high side wide open for Shiflett and Kreiser. And here they come in turn number 1. A huge push from that Ford truck. Zach Kreiser now giving Shiflett a big run for his money right now as they come off of turn number 2 with a head of steam. They want the lead. They want this lead at Talladega, and they're coming for it right now.
Another thing to point out, maybe you've been looking, but sneaking into the picture now, slowly but surely, that's Orth and Boundy. That's the duo that won this race last time. They're starting to sneak up here a little bit, maybe waiting. Maybe they'll get in on the green flag pit stops after that's over. Meanwhile, here comes Shiflett. Yep, Kreiser's going to push him. Shiflett leading right now. It's going to be close at the stripe again. Shiflett's cleared. Does he leave him? No. Give that lap to Nathan Shiflett.
Great battle for the lead we got going on right now. Shiflett, he's got the advantage right now, but you're definitely not going to see him drop low and leave Kreiser out to dry on that high side. Separation just a little bit right now to let that Ford truck breathe. Here comes Herlo and Loper back on the bottom side. You can just see how much you lose or how much momentum you lose when you actually separate yourself like that. We're approaching some pit stops here, green flag pit stops, and look who's actually flying back into the picture now, the 27 and 24. Here they
What did I tell you?
seconds back. Here they are. They want some action.
Sean Boundy said at the end of the last race he owed Nick Orth a debt, and I think he's going to try and pay it back here and maybe push Orth to the win. Looks like they're going to switch right here, but yep, they've snuck into this picture. We got 4 tandems now fighting for that lead.
4 tandems now battling for the lead. 8 trucks going at it here at Talladega, working lap number 40. 36. Well, make it 35 and a half laps left to go in this one here. So we see some side drafting there as we head into turn number 3. Herlo and Loper on the inside line. Hopkins and Conway on the outside. Nose to tail, side by side. Kreiser and Shiflett kind of falling back a little bit. Kreiser's he let that thing pull off. Now he's getting on the back bumper. Doesn't want these guys to pull away too far at the stripe this time. Hopkins, he's going to lead this lap with Conway, and that's on the outside.
But Herlo and Loper still hanging tough on that inside. But we've seen how strong Conway's truck is when pushing another truck, and it looks like Boundy and Orth and Kreiser and Shiflett have once again kind of backed off. I think maybe they're trying to get a little space here when green flag pit stops come up, just to make sure they don't plow into the back of each other.
Hearing over the radio, the 87 truck's going to head down pit road. I'm sure you're going to see the 23 come with them. The question now is, though, do you take tires on this pit stop? Here they come now off of turn number 4. You're going to see the 87. Here comes the 23. They're coming to pit road this time.
There it.
On pit road here on lap number 41.
And it was only those 2 from that lead pack. The next guy's coming down pit road. I mean, Doug Blackman and is that Brian Neff there, they haven't been really running up in that lead pack, so they're going to try and stay on extra lap. Maybe one of them. Oh, here comes Boundy. Boundy on the outside. He's going to get past. Is that the lap? No, that's Conway. Sorry. That's Conway. Now Shiflett's leading this thing, but Boundy and Orth are going to try and mix it up here before they come back down for pit stops.
They are right now. Your leader, though, Nathan Shiflett. They made a bold move there on the front stretch to take that lead when those guys were coming down pit road. Looks like they're going to stay out again. The 88 now and the 44, that tandem's going to come into pit road. This is what we talked about at the beginning of the race. You got to make sure you get on pit road. No mistakes. You don't want any mistakes, and this is where they happen. It looks like a great entry for the 44 and 88 as we focus back on our leaders. I hear that they're going to be coming into pit road this time by. But here comes Bounty and Orth on the outside. Looks like they want to take this lead before they head down pit road. But still a great battle for the lead right now as they head down the backstretch. But the 51 and 4 will be coming to pit road this time.
I think but that means Boundy and Orth may want to stay out and get that extra lap, get those extra bonus points, because you never know. I think they'll stay out, but yeah, you never know. Could be trying to match these 2.
Yeah, they're going to come down pit road now, too. So these top 4 trucks now are going to cut to pit road. Let's see if they can all make it down there safely. Enough room, if they can give each other enough room. Here they come, 3 wide on the pit road. They're 3 wide on the pit road.
Boundy able to pass everyone on pit road there. Strong move from that 24 truck. Man, he knows how to get on pit road.
Right there. Great job by all those guys to pit at the same time as they come down pit road. We'll see what some of these front runners decided to do on their pit. Shh, you gotta be.
Oh, I think we lost Andy there.
Oh, we're
Oh.
here. Still
Oh.
looks like fuel only maybe for these guys. Here they come off pit road. Looks like Bounty, Orth, Shiflet, and Kreider are all going to come off at the same time. So those guys will be at least battling for this lead still.
All right. And they're staying with their partners. They don't have to pass anyone to get to them. So, meanwhile, that's going to throw our lead to... I'm not sure. Of course, green flag pit stop's always going to mess with the iRacing standings here because, of course, it's only taken at the line. So,
Well, here comes the battle for the lead. We saw 8 going
yep.
for the lead. The other
Here we
four
go.
now into the picture now. They got a head of steam now. They're going to make it 3 wide. Way on the outside is Hurlo and Loper. They're going to be able to keep it off the wall here. Loper almost went down into the 44 of Hopkins. Now they're single file. Bounty and Ortho, and it looks like they're going to maintain the lead for a moment, though. But here comes the 88 of Conway. Conway and Hopkins working the high side. Loper and Hurlo drop to the inside. 6 trucks on the inside, 2 on the out. Who's going to lead this lap? It's going to be Bounty.
wow, that just goes to show the Jaeger and DoYourPart.org teams really nailing those pit stops, able to come out ahead of trucks that were on new tires. So, well, I guess tires don't really matter here, but still, great job by those pit crews, and especially good job by Bounty's gas man, who I guess got replaced at the end of last season. Did you hear about that?
Yes, oh yes, we, who didn't hear about that actually, but yeah, he had a little lapse in judgment on pit road and decided he wasn't going to fill him up. And that was in the season finale, but they were able to replace him there halfway through the race and got the job done and got the win. And right now, Orth and Bounty doing it again here at Talladega as these two are still fighting for the lead as Conway and Hopkins now on the outside trying to take it away, but still not going to happen as Bounty leads that lap again.
Conway going to jump to the outside, maybe do a swap here with Hopkins, but
I think he might have touched the wall right there.
Oh.
That was awfully close there. Hopkins now going to go up and get his partner. That's going to leave the inside lane, or the middle lane, I should say, open.
Oh.
Shiflet was looking. He had no help, so he drops back to the bottom.
Shiflet barely squeezed in behind Hurlo and in front of Kreiser there. So interesting strategies there. Oh, Hurlo got I think he got a piece of the front quarter panel of Shiflet there. It looked like they're going straight up in the wall, but close maneuvers here. Everything's okay. They're just in formation.
In formation is exactly. It looks like a bunch of fighter jets right now heading around this track at almost 185 miles an hour here. Sean Bounty, Orth had pushed out to a decent lead, but here comes the 51 of Shiflet. Shiflet with the help of Kreiser. They're trying to make that high line work. They got quite a bit of a run there. Kreiser got separated just a bit, but now it looks like he's right back on that bumper. We'll see what they got down the straightaway here. Here comes a huge run by the 51. They're looking for the lead here on the super stretch.
He's got light. He's got tone. Give Shiflet the lead for now. As they come on that outside, Kreiser with that huge run. But now Orth going to get on that back bumper, going to push Bounty back to the lead. The shuffle continues here as Hopkins and Conway and Loper and Hurlo just kind of helping out the respective trucks in front of them, waiting, buying their time when they're going to make their move.
Buying their time, you definitely want to be at least one of these front two groups right now. When you're the guys behind these guys like Hopkins and Loper and Hurlo, you really can't go anywhere. I mean, you can force the issue and go 3 wide, but we're only on lap 48. Is it really worth the issue there when we got just under 30 laps to go here in this one? Shiflet and Kreiser kind of backing off a bit. Orth and Hurlo now, Orth and Bounty. Oh, and Kreiser almost gets in a bumper of Shiflet right there, able to make sure he gets behind him instead of in the side of him. And now they got a huge run again as they head back into turn number 3.
Ooh, they're getting a little shuffly back there. Maybe older tires do that a little bit. But for right now, everything seems stable. As that lead pack soon going to run up upon the lap traffic of Mylan Lacey and Rick Donathan up ahead. That'll be coming up in a few laps here. Shiflet on the outside. Ooh, kind of lost Kreiser there. Kreiser going to have no choice but to leave his partner on the outside. Oh, he's going to dive the inside.
It looks like he's going to try. Looks like
What'd you
Rowan
say about
dropped
not
down.
leaving him?
I was gonna say it looked like he was gonna go back up and get him, but now it does. Looks like he gone up. He's gonna get back with his partner here. Hopkins now. He looks like he's gonna be the bridesmaid, the one left out of this one here. So we look a little bit further back. I just want to point out, top 8, we got a great battle for the lead. But if we look back, just behind these guys, I mean, it's 6 seconds back, but it's really not that far. We got another little pack of 6 right now that are running really, really good. Neff's leading that pack with Doug Blackman giving him the shove. Brian Terry, Rodney Kramer, Chris Scala, and the 08 of Douglas Beard, who we saw early on, battling for the lead up front. These guys are all trying to stay in the line and try to catch trying to catch this front pack as quickly as possible, but it looks like they're actually losing time as the laps keep winding down right here. Actually, they gained 2/10 on that last lap, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes on those guys as this race keeps dragging on. Meanwhile, back up front, leaders have caught some lap traffic. Lap traffic now on the high side. Here comes Conway. Conway and Hopkins going to make it 3 wide with the lap traffic. Heading into turn 3.
Jonathan went a little low there. Probably wasn't expecting that move to happen. Lacey up in the wall a little bit. Doesn't look like it's going to affect the leaders at all, but bold move as now Conway and Hopkins, they're going to try, and Conway says, I'm tired of pushing people. I want the lead now.
Yeah, give me the shove. I've been shoving people all night. He's wearing that front bumper right off of that thing. Here he is now trying to get the lead. Bounty and Ortho still real strong in that bottom line. That's going to be a tandem to watch here as this one closes out here in the end.
Yeah, we've only had 1 caution here, so pretty much a green race for the most part. Of course I say that. Uh-oh.
Oh, we've had a fantastic race here. Working lap number 50, we got 25, or working 51, we got 25 laps to go here at Talladega. They're going to need to make one more pit stop before this thing's over. So still a lot of things can happen here before this one's over, but the battle for the lead is just heating up every lap after lap, back and forth, back and forth. Who's it going to be? If we counted lead changes all over this track, we'd probably be up to 100 at this point. However, they only count them at the stripe, and this time is Bounty and Orth. They're going to lead this lap as now Conway and Hopkins fall in line.
Conway was able to make it behind Orth there, and, you know, seeing those front 2, it just flashes back to the season finale. Oh, Hurlo got on the apron there a little bit, able to keep it in line, but they're kind of dicing back there as now we have 2 groups of 3. So a triplet of trucks? Is that what we said? A triplet of trucks? Or instead of a truck tandem? I don't know.
TT, triplet trucks. A truck trifecta. How about that? Here we go. Up to turn number 4. The top 6 now single file on the bottom side. Schiffler and Kreiser. Looks like they're going to make a switch here on the front stretch as Kreiser's on the high side by himself. He's going to drop in behind the 51 right now.
Oh, trouble! Oh!
Big Hurlo, the 88 of Conway. Nick
Is he okay? 23 hard into the roof on his, oh jeez. And that pack we talked about 6 seconds behind, they had no idea the leaders were gonna do this. Brian Terry involved. Oh man, that changes everything.
It just looks like in the trial, well, maybe the 88 just the way he pushed Orth was just the wrong way, and Orth just was unable to correct it, and unfortunately that wreck happened because of that. But here we are. Now we get a little breather, set ourselves up for the end here. I'm sure pit road's going to be very busy this time, as I'm sure everybody's going to be down pit road, and this should be the last time for this race here tonight, pending on another caution. But man, some fantastic racing.
Let's see if we can take a look. Landon Loper got a push from Brock Hopkins, and yeah, well, the 88 looked like he just got into Orth, and man, that was a hard hit from the 23 Loper. You doing okay? Got that truck, everything? Oof. And yeah, Terry just came in. He had no idea. Man, tough hits for these guys.
Yeah, Terry had nowhere to go, and it looks like he expired his motor. He's pulled it behind the wall. Looks like Stephen Conway's got a lot of damage. He's going to go to the back of the pack here. As the pit road's open, here come the leader. Sean Bounty's going to lead the way this time. Nathan Schifflet Zach Kreiser, second and third, right on his tail.
Yep, that group of three there, and I think are the only three that made it through that whole thing without getting too much damage. Of course, Bounty wasn't really involved. But, what do you think, Andy? Take tires?
I think this is your chance to take tires here under caution. It looks like Bounty, though, fuel only.
Oh, and Hurlo overshot his pit a little bit. But, yep. Oh, geez, that's going to shake everything up. Wow. So, this will set up an interesting restart here. A couple trucks not electing to go in the pit, so it looks like those are lap trucks, though. So I think that's gonna leave Bounty with the lead here.
Yeah, Bounty beat everybody off of pit road. I doubt anybody's gonna stay out on that one. The ones that are out in front of him right now. Our guy's trying to get a lap back here. Brian Terry, like I said, had pulled it behind the wall.
Nope. You there? Andy? Oh,
So these guys will get the wave around probably with about one lap to go here.
All right.
Setting everything up. But what do you say? Let's take a break here. Let's head to a commercial. We'll take
I need a water break.
Commercial breaks here. Get ourselves a little water or something to drink. You're watching the NoBull Motorsport DoYourPart.org Truck Series presented by Nick Perry Music.com right here on SRN.
Got any lobster rolls?
These are pictures of natural and man-made disasters in the past few years. Many of these people and their animals have not only lost everything, but are lost in the areas from devastation. The media is not as present as it used to be. The frequency of disasters escalates through the world. Until these slow-recovering areas can be rebuilt, people will be reliant on our ability to supply their needs. DoYourPart.org is a disaster response organization dedicated to assisting people and animals in times of distress. Our volunteers reach out to support most, the vulnerable, underserved, underinsured, or without insurance. DoYourPart.org strives to bring these amazing survivors back to sustainability and keep their hopes and dreams alive. However, we cannot help these people alone. We can help a little more if you help do your part. See how you can help. Visit our website and donate now. DoYourPart.org.
We're back here live at Talladega Super Speedway, about to cross the line here to make it 20 laps to go here. Everybody has been on, all the leaders I should say, has been on pit road, gotten their tires, gotten their fuel. They've set themselves up for this last final run here at Talladega. Who is going to make it out on top? Sean Bounty is your leader. Nathan Schifflet second. Third to Zach Kreiser. Fourth, Doug Blackman. He's made his way up there. Chris Scala's going to restart fifth. Sixth to Brian Neff. Seventh is Rodney Kramer. Christopher Hurlo's going to restart eighth. Ninth is going to go to Douglas Beard. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be William Orth. Why did I say William Orth? William
I don't know.
Nicholas Orth is behind him in the left. I mixed them all up there. That's a good one.
Well, you know, Andy, since we've been doing a lot of commentating, you know what I'm thinking when we get back to running green here? I think we do a little full throttle. What do you think about
That
that?
sounds good to me. Everyone out there better turn their speakers up here. You're going to get some 30-some trucks, 27, 28 trucks, whatever it is, at full song here. It's going to be quite the symphony, I like to call it here. But lots of horsepower coming at you. So, yeah, we'll do a full throttle when we go back racing here. Looks like the field's got the 2 to go. They come around this time, will be 1 to go. That'll give us 19 laps. So 18 laps will be left to decide this one when we get the green flag again. Like I said just a moment ago, everybody's road. They've got their fuel. Fuel's not an issue. This isn't a fuel mileage race now. So now it's all about who's got what it takes, who saved their motor, who hasn't burned it up yet, and we'll see who can get this thing done here in the closing laps here tonight at Talladega. Just want to remind everyone to head over to doyourpart.org. They are the title sponsor of the Truck Series, and how cliche it sounds, it doesn't matter to me. But do your part. They help out everyone around the globe, around the United States, for disasters, natural disasters, fires, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, you name it. They help out along with many other organizations. So head on over there to doyourpart.org. Show your support for them. Show your support for NoBull Motorsport Racing and for all of us here at SRN. Also want to thank Nick Perry Music, that's P-E-R-R-I, nickperrymusic.com, for coming on board here this evening for this fantastic race we got here at Talladega. Make sure you go to Facebook and click the like button there at facebook.com/nickperrymusic. 1 to go. Lights are off on the pace car. Looks like 3 guys are going to get the wave around here to try to get back on the lead lap. We're going to get set to go racing. I just ran through the top 10. Nick Orsi's going to restart 11th. Julio Truzado is going to restart 12th. Landon Loper, who we saw up in that top 8 there, that big pack, but he was involved in the wreck, he's going to restart 13th. Kleber Gomes, he's been up front here tonight. He's going to restart 14th. Stephane Burnell will restart 15th. 16th is Peter Canal. Roy Carpenter is 17th. 18th, Chris Willard. Brock Hopkins is 19th. Dave Camara rounds out your top 20. Stephen Conway, Matt Welzenbach, Rick Donovan, Mylan Lacey, Michael Renabu, John Mushkin Jr. is the rest of the field. Brian Terry has pulled it behind the wall. He has exited out early after that last wreck has blown his motor. Lights are off on the pace cars. We head back into turn number 3. Field getting stacked up, ready to go here. This is going to be some exciting racing, Cisco. Man, any thoughts before we go back green?
I'm just happy we're gonna see it here on the not quite new, but one of my favorite features that we're doing full throttle. We're gonna ride along with Nathan Shiflett. We're gonna ride along on his, I think his left rear quarter panel, I believe that's what we're going to do. We're just going to hang out there and watch the race.
There you go. It'd be nice. Just pull up a chair, grab some popcorn, maybe a beer, whatever you need. Pace car now looks to the left, makes that left-hand turn down pit road. Field gets stacked up, getting ready to go here as we get ready to finish this one out. 18 laps to go here at Talladega Super Speedway. Green flag is in the air. Sean Bounty's on the gas, and so is everyone else. And we're racing again at Talladega. Shiflett now drops to the inside now. Oh, it looks like Brian Neff trying to drop to the inside. As we're going to now go full throttle.
Come
The
on.
stars of the Truck Series. And that was a taste of full throttles. We got caution on the speedway for some trouble behind it. Looks like the 44 of Hopkins, Brock Hopkins, was involved in that one right there. Let's see if we can pull up a replay on that one. As we got some new leaders up front as we were doing that full throttle. Doug Blackman, with the help of Brian Neff, has made their way to those top spots.
As we take a look at the replay here, it looks like the 59 got up in the wall and just collected Hopkins, a couple other trucks. So Hopkins spun up. 49 was spin before then. So, yeah, we're heading back to caution here. So we'll see how that shakes things up. I don't think anyone's going to pit here unless they're in the back.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to pit, especially the front runners. You don't want to lose your track position, especially at this point here, is where next time by will be 15 laps to go. So we're going to have ourselves a nice little shootout here for the end. Looks like things are shaping up to be a dandy here at Talladega. We'll wait till the field goes by pit road. We'll see who takes, who doesn't take, and we'll see if we cannot maybe dial up somebody here and see if we can have a little conversation with somebody, see what their strategy is here at the end. But we'll wait a second here and let them clear off at turn 4. I don't want to bother them if they're getting instructions from their crew chiefs right now, whether they're going to pit or not. But our top 5, our top 10 is shaking up just a bit here off that restart. So Doug Blackman first, Brian F. second, Nathan Shiflett's third, Sean Bounty fourth, Zach Kreiser will be 5th. Pit road is open. And it looks
no,
like
it doesn't look
nobody.
like it's a ghost town down there.
Ain't making that
Oh,
silly move. Oh,
oh, he faked us out.
he faked us out. Never mind the guys on the track. Zach Kreiser there pulling a fast one. Thought we were going to see somebody at pit road, but I guess not. Everyone's going to stay out. Let's see if we can not dial somebody up here.
What do you want to dial up?
I don't know. I'm going to wave my magic wand.
Hope this thing still works.
Yeah, let's push some buttons here. Let's see if we can.
No, and turn it off, turn it on. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Let me see if I can drag him in here right now. Nathan Shiflett.
There we go.
Let's see if this works. Nathan Shiflett, this is Andy Kessler up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, the first half of the race, you kind of hung out in the back there with your partner in crime, we'll call him, Zach Kreiser, in the Ford truck. But now you guys have worked your way up to the front there from about the middle of the race on now to the end here. Looks like you guys going to restart nose to tail. It's got to be working out in your favor as far as strategy goes.
Yes, it's very good. That last restart, we tried to hook up as fast as we could to get around Sean and them and try to get out to the lead, but it kind of didn't really work because the 60 and I think the 25 hooked up faster than we thought. So pretty much me and Lucky's going to stay together this whole race, and hopefully me or him get the win. It depends on who's pushing who, but we're just going to fight till the end and see what happens.
Well, you guys are definitely putting on a good show, and you're definitely showing what teamwork is, what it's all about here at Talladega. Wish you the best of luck in the closing few laps here tonight.
All right, appreciate it.
Well, there he is, the driver in the number 51 Chevy Silverado there, Nathan Shiflett. Like he talked about, they've been paired up since the drop of the green flag here tonight. It hasn't wavered at all. One guy's gone to the bottom, the other guy went with him, one went to the top, the other one followed right with him. It's been working great for them as a pair. We've seen other pairs working together all night long, but then, you know, certain circumstances, whether it's pit stops, crash, something like that, they've kind of gotten separated. And at this point, when you're up front, you really can't, you just got to hope maybe that guy behind you is going to give you that push. But for these two guys, at least they know, start nose to tail, they know who they got. They know that guy's going to push them.
Mm-hmm. And Lucky being Zach Kreiser, I believe?
Yes.
Okay.
That's his name, Lucky. Actually, when he won his first race, I believe it was a West Pro Series race that Ben and myself had broadcasted, he picked up a win at, I believe it was Daytona. It might have been Talladega, but it was one of those tracks. But those two guys hooked up there and put on a great show and had a great finish also. And actually, Zach Kreiser won his first ever NoBull race last season in the trucks in the first race of the season at Daytona. So he's looking to get his second career win. Shiflett's still yet to get a win here at NoBull, so I'm sure he's ants in the pants right now trying to hopefully get that done.
Hey Andy, that radio's still working? We got a couple laps there.
Working. Who we got?
You know, I think we should call up. You know, who kind of snuck up here without me noticing? Well, we dial up the 07. How about that? He kind of snuck up here. Got that frequency?
I'm trying to get it. I got him.
Scan up. There.
Yep. I think I got it. I think I figured it out. William Hartman. This is Andy in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you've been kind of hiding out in the back, middle of the pack, all race long. You find yourself now sitting here 6th on this restart. What's the strategy look like here for this closing laps?
Well, myself and my teammate Julio, we've been kind of playing in the back, trying to figure out the trucks, set the fuel strategy up for this last run, and you know, everything worked out well for us. We got cautions when we needed them, and we found our way up front, and I think we got a fast truck. I think we got something for these guys.
Well, that sounds good. We're going to have about 12 laps or so to go when we get the green flag. At this point of the race, I know you're talking teammates. He's not quite close to you at this present second. Is it one of them things where you just hope that guy behind you gives you that push and sticks with you?
Yeah, it's going to be all about finding a partner up here. Hopefully Julio can make his way up here, and we can make a run to the front. But if not, we'll see who wants to run and see what we can do.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to business. We know you got a lot to do here in the closing lap, so good luck to you the rest of the way. Hopefully we talk to you in victory lane.
All right, thank you very much.
It's William Hartman, one of the Dash Series regulars up here in the Truck Series. And before we go too long, Andy, I believe you got a podium on Sunday. Is that correct?
Podium? I almost got a win. What are you talking about? Yeah, that was I was talking to. I came in second there in the Dash Series race at Atlanta, and man, that restart was crazy. We took the green and the white at the same time, so there was no caution, but the leaders wrecked, and man,
Yeah.
I don't know how I made it. I don't know how I made it through that.
I don't know how you made it, because I didn't. And you were right behind me when we restarted.
You know, it just went, and man, I'm looking in front of me going, wait a minute, why is this? I'm catching him. What's he doing? He's not even on the gas. And I was talking to Muschin Jr., who actually got his first career win there. He was able to hang on and get the win, but I was talking to him, and he was looking at his mirror at the wreck and forgot to shift into fourth, so that's why I was able to catch up to him. But he had a little bit left in the tank for me in 3 and 4, and he had picked up the win. But yeah, it was a great race. I had fun, and it was good to get a top 2 finish there for myself. It's been a little bit of time, but first one in the Dash Series anyway this season. So anyway, enough about me. We got a bunch of trucks here that are getting a little itchy in the trigger foot there on that right foot on the pedal, wanting to get this thing going. Green.
You know, Doug Blackman and Brian Neff are going to be leading the field here.
Yeah, looks like they're going to lead the field back to the green. Lights are off, of course, on the pace. It looks like we're going to have 12 laps to go here when we take the green flag. So pace car now going to look to make that left-hand turn, make its way down to the other end of pit road. There it goes. Pace car's off. Now we get the long wait to get that green flag. You know, they're all itching. They're twitching. That right foot's twitching right now as these guys get ready to get this thing finished off here tonight in Talladega. And green flag is back in the air. Looks like that outside line's going to get a great jump on the restart. Bottom line, a little slow. Up, and Neff drops to the bottom to pick up Blackman. Now Bounty's on the outside with Hartman. Not a bad place to be for Hartman, is now Kreiser and Shiflett trying to make it happen on the bottom. They got a huge run with Neff now to the lead off of turn number 2.
I wonder if Blackman and Neff been working together. Maybe Blackman messed up the restart a little bit to make sure Neff could cut down in front of him. I don't know.
It's happened before. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. We got a whole hungry trucks there right behind these guys, so you better not make a mistake at this point of the race. Here comes Blackman now, giving a good push to Neff. They're making their way about a half a truck lead over third place. Third place is side by side right now. That's Shiflett and Bounty on the outside. Bounty's getting a good push from Hartman.
No. Chrysler got washed up a little bit there behind Shiflett, but nope, still Neff by about a tire. As they head into one, that bottom line though seems to be all nose to tail right there. A little bit of a gap between the back end of Hartman and the front of the 8 or 80 guys of Beard and Scala as they come out of 2. Now they've hooked up. Let's see. Let's make this interesting, guys. Come on.
Yeah, let's make it interesting. Can we go 5 wide, please? As they head back into turn number 3. Bounty getting a slight run. Getting a little bit of a run there as they head into turn number 3, but Neff's able to hang tough on the bottom side. Shiflett and Chrysler, though, still trying to get hooked up here. Taking them guys a little bit longer than anticipated. As they come to the line right now, we're going to have 10 laps to go here at Talladega. Hartman giving Bounty the push. It looks like those two are going to stick together to the end as they go now. Scala and Beard now on the outside. They're making a quick little run up to these guys. Going to have to let off just a bit. Something's got to give. Here comes Shiflett and Chrysler now on the bottom side. They're going to make it. They're going to push their way right around to Sean Bounty, see if they can not clear him off of turn number 2. So far, they're not. As they head down the super stretch, Chrysler now up to the high side. Here goes Shiflett. They're going to try to make it work here as they head to 3.
Wow, complete change right there. Shiflett and Chrysler jumped to the high side, and Bounty and Hartman said, "No, we'll just take your spot." So
take your spot on the bottom side, and that's exactly what they did. They dropped to the bottom. Now Shiflett and Chrysler are going to want to try to get hooked up as quickly as possible to get to the front. Neff and Blackman now on the bottom side are a little bit of separation, maybe getting some air to the nose of the 25. Here comes a 51 on the high side, getting a heavy-duty push from that Ford truck as they hit the stripe. Side by side for the lead as they head back to 1.
Here comes Shiflett and Chrysler. Those two have been working together all day, but here comes Herlo and Kramer, our pole sitter. We haven't seen much of him all today.
No, he got the bull dropped straight to the back, and now here he is right when it matters the most, right at the end of the race. A big run on the high side. Those 4 trucks now giving a huge push. Chrysler trying to get clear of the 60. They're close, but they're not quite there as they're still on the outside. They kind of wiggle just a bit. Neff able to hang on to that bottom side. Him and Blackman now, they get a run off of turn number 4. Now they're going to take a push to get this lead back. Here comes Chrysler now back to the bumper of Shiflett. He's going to try to keep him to the outside, keep him to the lead. It looks like he's going to lead this lap. Shiflett back to the pole.
A little bit of a shake back in the pack. Terzado got shuffled up to that middle lane a little bit, but oh, wow! Power move by Shiflett and Chrysler. Jump to the inside. Man, those two are flying, but here comes Scala and Beard. They got a head of steam. They're going to try and maybe push that duo of Herlo and Kramer on that outside, maybe try and get some work in here. But that was a power move by those two.
Oh, that was a huge power move. That leaves that outside line open now for a couple more powerhouse trucks. It's 87 of Herlo and the 6 of Kramer. Here they come on the outside lane now. They're going to try to make their move. Chrysler and Shiflett, if they can stay hooked up bumper to bumper, they got a good shot of winning this one here tonight. Here comes Herlo on the outside, though. Him and Kramer got a huge run off of turn number 4. Looks like Shiflett's going to be able to hang on to this lead for the time being, but watch out for those 2 on the top side.
Here they come. We got 7 laps to go here. And this front pack, they're just not leaving each other. We got so many good tandems up here. Any one of these guys could win the race. This is what I love about restrictor plate racing. So we come out of 2. Herlo and Kramer still on that outside. They got the 8 or 80 duo of Scala and Beard behind them. Now Landon Loper moves up to the outside. And Bounty looks like, he's going to leave his partner Hartman on the bottom, pick up Landon Loper. Oh, no, I think Bounty's waiting for the guy behind Mr. Landon Loper. Oh, he dropped the inside now, but Nick Orth has entered the picture. Remember, those 2 won the race last time. Maybe Bounty's trying to get to him.
Well, here comes the 87. I'm watching the 87 and the 6 now. As they're going to split the 6 3 wide. It looks like as he gets back in the bumper of Herlo, they're 3 wide. That's for 3rd. As look at the leaders have now pulled.
Oh, we're going to go 4 wide. We did it! We did it! Check! Check! I think the 49 needs some...
These leaders
Oh!
lead as they go down the backstretch. These other guys got their work cut out for them.
I think they had to check up a little bit to make sure they didn't wreck everything here when they got past that lap car. I think the 49 needs some new underwear after that.
Unbelievable. Right now, the leaders, though, Shiflett and Kreis,
they're gone.
are pulling way away from everybody. They're side by side for third. They're coming to the line. This time by. Let's do it for Ben. There's got to be 5 laps to go here at Dega.
Okay, that is my new favorite graphic. Come on, can't go wrong with 5 laps to go.
The second pack now starting to catch up to our leaders. They separated to get some air to save their stuff. Here comes the bottom line of Neff and Blackman. Are they going to make a move to the outside or stick to the bottom? Here they come. Oliver's back over Kreiser. They get into them. They have to back up just a little bit. Blackman had to go to the apron. That's going to leave the high side.
Here we go.
Here comes Herlo and Kramer on the high side. Shiflett.
Oh, Terzado. Oh, he's going to push up Scholar up to the wall. Man. Terzado. Oh, jeez. They've hooked up now, Scala and Terzado, but I thought that was going to be a wreck right there.
Terzato's made his way up. He's probably looking for the 07 of Hartman, like you just talked about. Hartman on the flag here. 4 to go at the line. Kreiser and Shiflett still holding the lead over Blackman and Neff. Neff now looking to the outside. He's going to make his move to the outside. Blackman's going to follow him. Here they go. Going to try to get the push off of turn number 2. Right now they got the run through 2. Off of turn number 2. Here comes Kreiser still on the bottom, still giving a push, but Neff is hanging tough on the high side.
Here we come. It's a drag race down the back stretch. We got... Oh, geez. What is that? 5, 6, 7? 15 trucks. Holy, oh! Don't forget it. Keep it going. Oh, there we go.
Neff came down. Neff came down.
Oh.
Nathan Shiflett has got the lead. Nathan Shiflett is going to win this thing when it's over.
Yep. Give it to Shiflett. That's it, folks.
3 laps to go at the line right there. They got to catch the pace car. There's no way we're going to get. There's no way we're going to get back to a green flag racing and the 51 as long as he can make it. We've said this before. We've jinxed him, but I'm sure he has enough fuel because he did pit when there was 20-something laps to go. So I'm sure he's all set as far as that. But as long as he can not blow his motor or do anything like that, it looks like Nathan Shiflett's going to get this thing done here tonight.
And you could just tell going into 3 that the 60 and the 4 were just kind of bouncing around a little bit there. Oh.
Yeah, it looked like the 60 was trying to get some side bites, some side draft off of those guys, but I think he just got a little too close right there, especially when you know, this late in the going there.
So that should be the race. I don't think we'll go green here because
we'd have to get 1 to go this time.
Yeah. But we know what Ben would be saying about now.
Oh, I'll do the rant for him, and he'll be proud of me. We have flames here at iRacing, okay? We have flames out the exhaust, but we can't have green-white checkers. And iRacing is the best simulator in the world, but yet we still can't have green-white checkers. How's that?
You forgot a little thing about cone physics, but we'll take it.
Oh, yes, we have cone physics and flames. But we don't have green-white checkers. What's going on with that?
Oh. Shiflett shaking the car a little bit. Yeah, gas isn't a factor, right?
Gas in there.
Gas isn't a factor, right? We're all good, right? We don't need to start worrying if they're going to run out, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't run out, let's put it that way.
And is that Blackman up there smoking like a banshee? Lacey going to get the wave around here, but yeah, man. Is he, yeah, where's he going?
Blackman might end up
second
place. So,
with like no motor left.
Now that's one guy that's got to be careful he doesn't blow that thing up.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here with a second place finish, but
And he's keeping up the high side, make sure he doesn't oil up the windows, but it looks like Scala isn't going to escape that. He's in that plume of black smoke coming from that Chevy Silverado. We're going to get the white flag here. 1.5 laps to go. 1.5 laps to go here at Talladega. They're single file. Blackman on the outside. Oh, they're, yeah. You know, be nice, you know. NASCAR 14 has it.
Yeah, all the console games have green, white, checker, but yet the best simulator in the world doesn't have green, white checkers. I guess it's just something we can look forward to in the future.
Yep.
But by then, I'll probably be retired from broadcasting,
Oh,
and it won't even matter.
Eating lobster rolls on the beach.
Yes, eating lobster rolls and famous hot dogs from Martinsville. Anyway, so field comes off at turn number 4 here. We're going to get the white flag. We're going to have 2.66 miles left for Nathan Shiflett to keep his fingers crossed that nothing happens to his poor truck. You don't need a blown tire, blown motor, no nothing. Don't play with it. Keep it in gear. Just go.
The standings as well. You know, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, because you never know.
Yeah, it'll come across the line right now. It'll reset everything here because the 25 was a little slow getting back up there for obvious reasons. As you can see, his truck's sputtering of black smoke, black and white smoke out the rear right now.
Yeah.
But, I think he's just trying to survive right now and make it to the end. Not sure anyone would help him push right now. They'd rather take the spot than help him out.
As we head through turn 1 for the final time.
Yeah.
Why don't they model the inside of the pace car, you know? Mountain Dew 250, is that the truck race that normally runs here? Or is that Busch or Arca or something? No. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're on this race right now, and in about half a lap, Mr. Nathan Shiflett will take home the second win of the season. You just gotta make it back around. Was it? I've heard it said once or twice, the old Mark Martin thing, where I guess he ran out of gas or something.
No, he didn't run out of gas. He thought he took the checker, came down pit road, and it was only the white flag. So he had a win and didn't have a win. So yeah, Nathan Shiflett needs to stay on track, and then he'll be good.
Yep. But as they run, that's Doug Blackman up there in second. Peter Canale gonna come home third. Where did he come from? Landon Loper's gonna finish fourth. Terzado with some front end damage.
Terzado,
yep, fifth. Beard's gonna bring it home sixth. Kleber Gomes gonna bring it home seventh. Hurlo gonna come home eighth. Boundy able to rally up to ninth. Scala to 10th. Conway, Camara, Orth, Brock Hopkins, Brian F. But really, there's only one winner today. And coming through the tri-oval right now, for the first time this season.
First time in his career.
Oh boy.
Nathan Shiflett is going to find his way to victory lane at NoBull Motorsport, and he's going to do it here at Talladega in the DoYourPart.org Truck Series. Congratulations goes out to the 51 of Nathan Shiflett on his big win here at Talladega. We're going to take a short break here. You're listening and watching the NoBull Motorsport DoYourPart.org Truck Series, sponsored by NickPerryMusic.com, right here on SRN.
takes the lead, but now Wyatt Wolf's to the inside. He pushes up a little bit. They're side by side. Elliott with the lead off of turn 2.
And then off of turn 4. Dave Elliott, are you kidding me? He wins here in Charlotte. You know, I taught Tinny. God, my goodness. Taught Tinny.
You all right, man?
I'm done.
I think he taught Kenny Baum Jr.
Oh, dear.
These are pictures of natural and man-made disasters in the past few years. Many of these people and their animals have not only lost everything, but are lost in the areas from devastation. The media is not as present as it used to be. The frequency of disasters escalates through the world. Until these slow-recovering areas can be rebuilt, people will be reliant on our ability to supply their needs. DoYourPart.org is a disaster response organization dedicated to assisting people and animals in times of distress. Our volunteers reach out to support most, the vulnerable, underserved, underinsured, or without insurance. DoYourPart.org strives to bring these amazing survivors back to sustainability and keep their hopes and dreams alive. However, we cannot help these people alone. We can help a little more if you help do your part. See how you can help. Visit our website and donate now. DoYourPart.org.
And we're back here live at Talladega Motor Speedway. We just got the conclusion of the second race of the season here for the NoBull Motorsport DoYourPart.org Truck Series race presented by NickPerryMusic.com. Nathan Schiffley, your big winner here tonight. But first, we're going to head down to pit road. We took Cisco out of the van, and we're going to give him a couple interviews here. I believe he's caught up with our third place finisher here, Peter Cannell.
Whoops. Sorry, had my mic turned off there. Peter Canale, you came home third today. How was the race?
The race was awesome. We had a great car in the beginning and got into a little trouble when they checked up on us, but we just kept running laps and got back into the pack and made a good finish.
Being the Dash Series regular, coming up here to Truck Series, did you find it a challenge coming up here?
You know, to be honest, it felt great running the trucks for the first time. There's a lot less trouble, and I really enjoyed racing the trucks with everyone.
All right, who would you like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank Rick Donathan for giving me a chance in the trucks, and I want to say thanks to my buddy Ryan Helms, who's no longer with us, and allowed me to, or got me started in iRacing.
All right, well, thank you, Peter. And alongside next to me, Doug Blackman came home second today. Truck's a little smoky coming down here on pit road. How was the race?
Oh, the race was a blast. I was working with Neff the whole time there, and we had a game plan at the end, but unfortunately, I think the truck got into Neff a little bit, and he kind of collected me, but I just kept my foot in it and just plowed my way through it with that Hendrick power under the hood.
All right, you take us through that last restart. You were up there with Neff, kind of leading the field. You hadn't really been up there all day. How was it?
It was great. We knew we had kind of a problem because he was going to be starting on the outside, so I went ahead and did a little bit of a delay roll so he can get in front of me, but started overheating, so we couldn't keep up there. But we almost had a chance to get back around the leaders after that, but unfortunately, got tangled up in some stuff. But it was definitely a great race.
All right, well, who'd you like to thank for the race today?
I guess I could do a shout out from my buddy Frank Duncan that's in Oklahoma. He actually is on a Camping World Truck Series team that runs part-time. He was watching